Hello and welcome back to the Battle Room. I am the Battle Room, and today I'm joined by Raghav. How you doing, buddy?
I'm good. I'm happy to be back. I feel like it's been forever. I've just been really swamped, with school and trying to prep for the Milwaukee Regional Championships. But now that's over, and I think we overall had a pretty successful trip. But yeah, I'm excited to break down this finals.
Yeah, I would say, we all did pretty well. Me, you, Alex, the three regulars on the channel. Alex and I both got top 16, and you're one win away from top 32, so you're close. Was it top 64?
Alex actually knocked me out of cut contention round
True.
one of day two.
True.
But, it is what it is. The same thing happened at Portland Regionals that Alex won, so it sucks, but it always feels good to know that like at least the homie won the round.
Of course, of course. It does suck to have to do it on the first round of day two as well. But yeah, either way, we're here to break down the finals. I think that this is a pretty, like the teams here, it's very important to study what's going on in Regulation I because we have like about a month and then we're going to be chilling in New Orleans. So it is time to really lock in and study these teams and learn this format. So I think this is a pretty good finals because I do think both these teams are, regardless of the outcome, are very, very meta relevant. I think that Dillon had a very strong, very potent Ice Rider team, which I think personally I'm a huge fan of those six. I don't know if I'm a fan of Scarf, but other than that, I think the six are fantastic. And then Andrew Ding with I would say the meta defining team of the tournament right here. This team's going to be everywhere.
Yeah, I think it's exactly as you said. Both of these teams are going to be super important moving forward, and we just saw a lot of really cool meta establishing teams in this tournament. We didn't see stuff that we would necessarily expect, and just a lot of stuff that's honestly more cohesive than I would think for like a first tournament. And Dylan's team's crazy. Like in Scarf Maridon to me is not something that I ever think should be used, but there were multiple of them that did really well, and all the way to finals is no fluke. Like these tournaments are huge. He played really well in his previous matches, so I'm curious to see how it's gonna like go into another super dominant team.
Yeah, and also he literally just beat five of the same six Pokemon that Andrew Ding does have in top four when he beat Luca Paz. So it is definitely a very he's prepared and he's got a pretty real matchup here. So yeah, he's got a pretty standard. I mean, not standard, but I would say like
Standard's crazy.
the Calyrex, Miraidon, Farigiraf, and Iron Hands are very, very good. It's a very, very strong common core, and obviously the Arubega team ran something similar. But now Whimsicott is just not really seen anymore. There's no tailwind part of the team. It's mostly just a Trick Room mode, but you do have the Ogerpon for Follow Me support and also the Volcarona for Rage support. I think it's makes a lot of sense. I like these six a lot. I think it's fantastic for an early format team. It's good with a good Ice Rider team and a good Miraidon team.
Yeah, I agree. It has the really strong core four, and then the Volk to kind of help with the Zamazenta matchups, and double redirection's really good. And like you said, without that Whimsicott, you have a really high speed ceiling still with the Scarf on the Miraidon. And it's funny that both of them actually have the same four moves on Miraidon, whereas like Andrew went the completely opposite route with a really slow, bulky Assault Vest Miraidon.
Yeah, and then Andrew rounded out with Lunala as his restricted of choice, which, at first glance is a little weird, but it just synergizes so well with, I would say the three Pokemon there, Ursaluna, Miraidon, Lunala. It's just a godlike core. Throw Incin in there, and you have a perfect four Pokemon, right? I think all four of these together just make such a insane combination in a really, really potent Trick Room mode. But then also, you have a really good out of Trick Room mode, whether it's the Lunala or Shifu or the with the Grimmsnarl as well. And Grimmsnarl can function in both modes, to be honest. He's just kind of good here.
Yeah, and I brought five of the same six Pokemon, and I have to say, Miraidon, Incin, Lunala, Ursaluna is just a really broken four Pokemon. The synergy is amazing. Two special attackers, two physical attackers, and lots of pivoting, and just immense damage out of Miraidon and Ursaluna. The cool part about Andrew's version is he has Grimmsnarl, which just changes it completely. Like, his Pokemon become even more impossible to kill, and you can drop Incin in matchups where you don't need, the Intimidate or the Parting Shot.
So we're just going to start off right off the bat here. We're going to see a Miraidon and Grimmsnarl lead into Miraidon and Calyrex lead from Dillon.
Honestly, off rip, I think Andrew's matchup is so much better than what Luca's was because Grimmsnarl is so much better than Whimsicott here. But Reflect is huge into this Calyrex Ice. Like I saw in previous matches, it was doing 30% Glacial Lance into a Miraidon after Terras, of course.
Yeah, and I think right here though, I do think it's a better matchup. But right off the bat, I do like the position here for Dillon, as long as he's living Electro Drift, which I think is pretty likely. Like I feel like it is kind of a safe Volt Switch Glacial Lance, which is what he's gonna go for. Like I just don't see any huge downsides here. So like I do think the matchup is better, and I do think Andrew's got some plays here. But this turn one, I just can't see it going wrong for Dillon too bad here.
Yeah, he should pick up the KO on Grimmsnarl here with the Terra as well. Like, you might think, why is he tearing? He's going to Volt Switch out first, definitely. But I think you need the Terra to make sure you get the kill if, like, Grimmsnarl sets a screen. And we see Andrew matching Terras. Do you think he's going for the cheeky Electro Drift KO onto Calyrex Ice Rider, or is he just doing this for defensive purposes?
I feel like it's a little bit of both. I think it's definitely defensive purposes, like you mentioned, just because you don't want to risk the Draco here, right? Like, especially because he opted for Reflect. He does not want to eat a Draco Meteor. He's just going to go down. Wow, that does so much damage.
So fucking much.
I think what's really cool about this format is also that Miraidon is just like, he's freed up. He can just, you can make him and do whatever you want for your team. Whether it's Scarf, whether it's Specs, whether it's Assault Vest, right? He has a lot more options when I think Specs was kind of like the end-all be-all of regulation. G? Was it? Yeah, G.
The cool part is Specs is still good. Like, I used it. But just having a second restricted really does free up the way you want to play. It doesn't need to be doing all the damage on your team.
Exactly.
When you have a whole-ass Ice Rider, or you have the ability to have, like, Ursaluna. And you see Calyrex live that, like, barely, though.
Yeah,
you think that was a roll?
I'm thinking nah. I think Calyxes are running a little bit more special defense, so I wouldn't be surprised if it like just comfortably lived that. But either way here, funnily enough, I think Snarl actually is enough to pick his ass up. It definitely is. And so now you're sitting here like, fuck, dude. Like, what am I supposed to do? I'm about to get a Snarl. It's just such a free, safe Snarl too from Andrew.
Dude, I just think Andrew's got the bigger Pokemon on the field. That's got to be like scary for Dillon's Pokemon. I can't imagine the fear they're feeling going up into these fucking mammoths right now. And like you said, Andrew could just Snarl and I don't know, Moongeist probably? Because, like, Reflect is up. Neither of these Pokemon are doing damage to bulky ass Miraidon, and Lunala with Shadow Shield and Electric Seed. This Cudgel has to crit.
Yeah, it's Shadow Shield, Electric Seed, Reflect boosted, fucking Lunala. This thing is not taking damage this game. The only way this thing's going down is by that Miraidon. So I think either way here, Andrew has, like, basically the raid boss just came in, and now he has to figure out how he's supposed to deal with this.
Just put up a fucking brick wall right now. Dillon needs to lock in, go his inner teenage white boy and punch that wall, because right now he needs some crits.
He needs mad crits here because this is going to be brutal. And like, I do like the way Andrew played this. He said, I know my win condition here. It's no Ursaluna. It's no, you know, like speed control. This is just simply make my Lunala unkillable. And he succeeded in doing that in one turn.
I mean, he might have Ursaluna in the back. It's just like, right now, setting up the screen was just so much value to where Dillon can't keep up.
Oh,
and Miraidon, even with AV, all you have to do is just Terra. It's like, I'm doing too much damage to you.
The Trick Room is crazy there. I don't think it's a big deal. I mean, like, I think the Trick Room's fine. But yeah, he does. Yeah, he kind of has speed control now. Like, Dillon's like chilling with this Trick Room. I think it's fine for Andrew because Lunala is still unkillable, but it's definitely giving up some slots here. I think if you just low kick the Miraidon, it's going down. And yeah, I mean, you do have to start dealing with the Lunala. That is the scary part, is it is just sitting there. So that's why we are going to see this wild charge. But you have to imagine with Trick Room going up that Ursaluna is the last Pokemon in the back. So I feel like low kick might have just been like real nice there.
Yeah, I really didn't love the Trick Room, but Dillon's super fucked up by not just clicking low kick into that Miraidon. It's so free. And the Moongeist actually just KO'd that Ogerpon, huh?
Yeah, I guess it did. Lunala is restricted. It does do a fuck ton of damage even when it is just supporting. And now it's going to be a free Volt Switch, and you got to imagine that bear's coming in. He's ready to get juiced up with his fucking orb. He's about to go nuts.
Yeah, I think there's just too many Reflect turns left in this game to where, like, Andrew's feeling nice. Even getting that Volt Switch out is just, like, perfect. The Flame Orb's activated. There's 1 HP on the Calyrex. And the Trick Room's not terrible just because Miraidon is going to be the fastest thing on the field for Dillon, no matter what. So getting up that Trick Room means you remain faster than it. That's the only thing that's scary at the moment. Because physically, you're walling Dillon.
The interesting thing here is going to be the speed of the Ursaluna and the Iron Hands here. Because they do... Ursalunas are traditionally always min speed. And Iron Hands is kind of a coin flip, and then the same with Calyrex, right? Like, you just never really know until they move. So the question is Ursaluna gonna be min speed? Because there's no Terra to save it. It would have to simply just eat the low kick here.
Yeah, there is Reflect though, so I think it's gonna live no matter what.
Yeah.
And I think you were supposed to go for like a low kick crit, but I guess Drain Punch crit probably takes it anyway. So you're really just hoping that you win the speed tie, and he doesn't. So I think that's curtains for game one. Andrew with a really dominant fucking game.
Yeah, and I do want to say Dillon, he sat up in his chair and started writing when that earthquake came out. So I imagine that he's min speed Iron Hands. He got pretty excited there. I could see it on the emotion in his penmanship. He's ready to go. And now this horse here is just sitting here, just fucked. He's out of here. He's cooked.
We got fucking penmanship analysis on the battle room. Please fucking like and subscribe.
I'm telling you,
that shit anywhere else.
I'm telling you, Andrew, he's sitting there staring at his screen. He looked up, he saw it, he said he knows. He knows he's min speed. He also just might know from a prior stream match as well. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, I would usually bet money that Ursaluna's like 49 speed stat, but I did play some faster ones at Milwaukee. But again, he needed a crit there regardless. Everything was in earthquake range. But if that hands actually did go first, I think it would live in earthquake just from the recovery it gets from Drain Punch.
True.
And still definitely not enough though, because the Miraidon goes down, Lunala's too healthy, and Andrew takes a dominant game one. Right now, what do you think Dillon could do to even combat just the simple Miraidon Grimmsnarl lead?
Well, it honestly, Lunala is the big problem, and so if he's gonna lead Miraidon Grimmsnarl, I'm thinking you gotta go on the offensive here. Maybe you gotta rip a Iron Hands lead. Maybe you gotta bring I don't know. I mean, like, the Ursaluna is scary too, and same with the Lunala, because the Lunala is the big thing that he has to get through. I think maybe he needs to consider bringing the Giraffe simply just to make this thing Terra. But at the same time, it is Electric Seed. It does have Reflect, so like it's not like Foul Play is gonna do too much. But that's seriously the only super effective button he has versus this fucking thing.
Yeah, I think Farigiraf is maybe a little bait, just because how you said, into screens. Yeah. It's not doing any damage, and it's not really providing enough utility. I do like your idea of the hands, though. There's no way to stop Fake Out on Andrew's end, only if he leads Lunala, but that is kind of, I think, a worse strategy than having it in the back, because it leaves it vulnerable to breaking a shield early, and then taking too much damage before it can, set up a winning position. I do like the idea of leading, like, Miraidon hands or something, and trying to put on pressure and abuse, the Fake Out.
Yeah, I like Miraidon hands. Now that you say it, go with the tried and true. Because Andrew, there's no way he wants to Terra Ghost that Grimmsnarl. It feels so fucking bad to blow your Terra for one screen. But, I mean, actually, it would probably be two screens, so maybe it's worth. But at the same time, I think Andrew's just going to probably let that guy go down or switch it. So I like the idea of hands Miraidon. It at least forces a lot of resources out of him. And then you just bring your, I don't know. I liked Ogerpon Rock. I like your Restricted. But Calyrex Ice Rider does, like, against Andrew's team, it feels kind of fucking bad. You got Reflect, you got Lunala with Wide Guard, you got Ursaluna. Like, it really is not bad if you're spamming Wide Guard with Lunala next to Ursaluna. That was actually how I beat Ice Rider with my team, was just Ursaluna next to Lunala was enough always, and I would just cook him with it. So I don't know, I kind of feel like Andrew could follow the same script and just try to, like, it's kind of crazy to say don't bring your Restricted here, but I think Ice Rider could ride the bench here and it wouldn't be a bad idea.
I just don't think anything else does damage. I think you need the Ice Rider and try to put in situations where you abuse Lunala not doing damage. Like, you get your Miraidon switch in, or you click Lance. You have to play, like, super aggressive, right?
Yeah.
But we see Dillon lead hands Ice Rider, not Miraidon.
So I'm thinking, okay, so this isn't too bad, though, because I do think you just are allowed to potentially Fake Out Glacial Lance, but at the same time, Andrew's also allowed to just switch into Lunala, like, almost freely, so I don't know. It's kind of a weird turn. We are just going to see a Fake Out Trick Room, though, from Dillon, which I think is totally fine. Just getting it set up, trying to get your pieces ready before the bear can come in and, like, ruin your day. Because last game, Andrew set up Trick Room for Dillon, but we have to see here. It is a weird Trick Room matchup here because of the bear. Oh, go bear, go
and
bear.
Andrew swaps out exactly like you predicted. Probably into that Lunala, get the Electric Seed, take no damage. And the only way that really went super bad, not even super bad, is just like if, Dillon faked out the Grimmsnarl, gets a, free chip onto that Grim before the Reflect can go up. But we're going to see Andrew take a screen, no damage traded, and a Trick Room.
Yeah, this was a really, really good turn for the Grimmsnarl too. It's full HP, so now we're gonna see it's either allowed to just press, press Reflect. So I think it's living the turn. I think you could just go on the offensive here. You could get a little cheeky, just spread a Thunder Wave just for pure luck, or you could just press Spirit Break into Iron Hands. Either one is probably pretty good.
Are you fucking seeing this, dude? He didn't bring Miraidon.
He did not bring Miraidon. That's Crody bring.
Farigiraf and Volt.
That's nuts. Volcarona's crazy here. I'm not sure what Volcarona's really providing. Okay, that did a lot to Grimmsnarl. Okay. He's trying to get through this Lunala as fast as he can.
I think that's the bad play. I think you have to just break the shield first and kill the Grimmsnarl, because how much is this going to do? Oh my god, that's a fucking crit.
Holy shit, dude. That was like fucking 200 damage. That was nuts. I think it was like 160, but still. Holy fuck, Grimmsnarl. He came to play. And then a super effective Moongeist?
Okay, on a Calyrex. Yeah, this is too much damage, dude. Like, you can't kill both here unless you get the Glacial Lance crit. But you could also just Wide Guard, Spirit Break. Like, I don't know, man.
It's feeling good. I also think you could, depending on what you have in the back, could just reverse Trick Room as well. But I think you're probably fine with Trick Room if you're Andrew. You're just like playing it slow. You don't really care.
I think Dillon's in such a bad spot because he only brought one restricted, dude.
I love that Andrew just said, I'm going to press super effective buttons this turn. Like, fuck yeah. And it worked. It was perfect. No need to commit Terras. No need to blow any resources.
No damage was being threatened. Why not just, do what the game's telling you to do? It's like, oh, it's recommended. It says super effective.
He didn't even do half to Lunala and Grimmsnarl with the thing. Alright, that's just the light screen for fun, just in case Miraidon's there. But we know it's not, so... I respect it.
Interesting that he would have just let the hands kind of do more damage.
I think he said...
I think those missed...
I think he was saying that he was just playing it safe and saying, like, if you take my Grim, that's chill. But also, if you don't, like, I don't mind if you, like, if you're... he's predicting him to kind of play it passively and, like, protect or swap or something,
Yeah, he is putting on the pressure there, so he gets to make those kind of plays.
Yeah.
But it's a missed opportunity for Dillon. Like, when you're in a bad matchup and you're down, you can't play passive. Like... You got to get every turn right, and I think it's just too little, too late right now. He's trying to defensively pivot, but Andrew's not getting punished for anything right now.
No, he is just sitting there. He's just spamming the moves. Okay, Grimmsnarl's gonna switch out. He's just spamming super effective buttons. I do think this turn the draft switch is like probably fine, but now there's no real threat. Is he just gonna wide guard Trickery or wide guard switch and Barry? Yeah, he is. So he's saying like, even if you Glacial, I'm getting this Baron. I'm about to do some fucking work. I'm getting my burn up.
I actually really like that. Nurse Luna comes in for free because Grimmsnarl's just not doing enough on that board.
Negative damage.
Obviously, it could have gone for a Spirit Break, but this is a way better play. Andrew keeping his foot on the gas, not letting Dillon kind of get back into this game. And I think now you just what do? You just wide guard EQ, wide guard Facade.
Yeah,
you don't even need a wide guard.
Nothing can switch in. Nothing can switch in right now to an Ursa Luna attack. If he targets. Well, Volcarona could protect, right? I think it has protect. It does. So, like, it can protect, but if you do target that slot, like, something has to die. So I feel like just firing the Facade into Volcarona and probably doing it next turn is probably acceptable. If he reads this, awesome, but I don't think he really needs to. He's just so ahead. Also, Miraidon hasn't taken damage.
Facade the slot that can't protect. I think he just, yeah, exactly.
And then
just do that.
Oh, foul play. How much did it do? Let's see. Okay, so it did like 25%.
That is the power of this team, man. Reflect and Seed just makes that thing unkillable. And they ran a lot of defense. They put their pace out into the public. So if you want to give this broken-ass team a try, it is on, I believe, Shiliang Tang's Twitter or Justin Tang's Twitter.
I'll link it down below for you guys.
Colin's going to link it down below. But it is really just a very oppressive team. You can't get through it. And you're just getting smacked by a bear, dude, who's on fucking fire.
Yeah, the bear is so fucking good. Going into this tournament, I thought it was the play. I thought it was the call. I thought, I literally think that, okay, Trick ended here, but now he's just going to EQ. Or Facade. I literally thought, though, that the bear, I don't know, this might be crazy, but I think the bear might be like a top 12 mon the entire year. I think it is that fucking good. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm overhyping it. Maybe it's going to be figured out. But as of right now, I think this Pokemon is absolutely insane. You should try it out. Get used to it. Get used to the bear because he's here to stay.
So something that I noticed when I was building my team, which is, again, very similar to Andrew's, is that there are, like, almost zero protects on the team. The only one that has it is Bear. And so a lot of teams are kind of functioning that way right now, where there aren't as many protects on the team, and Bear is like really, really good at abusing that.
That's
if you can
true.
get it in unintimidated, even just one hit is enough to nuke something, right? And its coverage is just amazing. So I think it was particularly in a great spot this format, this tournament.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think it'll continue to be strong, but I don't know if it's going to be as like good as it was this tournament because it has a huge target on its back right now. But it's undeniable. It has an insane stats ability and just like synergy with this core specifically.
Yeah, it's just like the best Lunala partner. But yeah, at this point, I think the game is just cooked. He killed Volcarona there, and now he needs like a miracle mess up from Mr. Andrew here, which just ain't gonna happen. He's just gonna drift Facade. It's just so fucking safe.
There's legit like nothing Dillon could do. He just got booty smacked. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's.
Split attacks.
Yeah, he played that perfectly. Like Andrew's not gonna leave an opening here. He's not gonna double that Ice Horse. We're just gonna be a quick, clean 2-0 from our boy Andrew Ding here, previous regional champion as well.
Well, this is actually a spot where if Dillon's able to get a double crate here, he could lose the game.
He could, but I do think you just get to switch out or just Terra Electric, right? I think you just Terra Electric and what is the move here? Is it switch out Terra Ghost? Is it Terra Electric? Terra Ghost? Which Terra is it? That's the question. Because I'm sure Andrew has 100% win con here. But I think, I don't know. I don't know if you can stop a crit is the big issue. Maybe you just switch in. Yeah, maybe this is the play. Because you switch in and you Terra Ghost, and then that way, even if you get crit, Miraidon will still be able to clutch the game up and be able to kill the Calyrex.
I think it's exactly that, because if you stay in and Terra Electric, you'll live the crit, but then next turn it just becomes like
50-50 mind game, yeah.
Pretty not awesome. And maybe you could have died to the fake out crit plus Glacial Lens crit, something like that. But I actually think you win 99% of the time anyway, because Grimmsnarl can come in, Spirit Break, and then you can Electro Drift the Ice Rider. But Andrew lives with the Terra Ghost, EQs, and the game is fucking over. Andrew is your regional champion. He's got 2 at this point. Man, we are slacking. We need to get one in this era, dude.
I know, I really do want one in this era, obviously. I mean, everyone does. But what's really kind of interesting about Andrew's story is that he actually did take a giant break. At Worlds, I actually talked to him, and he said he was kind of done. He was kind of burnt out and stopped playing. And he didn't go to events. This was his first event of the year. He was at 0 fucking CP, and he just wins. And now he has his Worlds invite ready to fucking go. It's absolutely nuts from our boy Andrew over here.
And that's incredible. And that just shows you that everybody needs different stuff to perform their best. Taking a break is sometimes what you need. Not us though. We're super addicted, and when we don't play, we actually play like dog shit. So
it's true. It's true.
We need to keep practicing, work harder, and I actually really like the green they're wearing.
Yeah, they matched it up. I do think breaks are important though. I think sometimes it's something that people don't talk about as much, but I think they're incredibly valuable. Like I actually had a huge break from. I took a break from Toronto to EUIC. I was about like 3 months in between there, I think. And then from EUIC to here was about 2. And like, it is really nice to just say, hey, I'm not going to play Pokemon for at least 2 weeks, 3 weeks. And then come back when, like, I waited until we got this format. And I think it helped me out a lot. I really, like, my run was pretty fucking nice. I lost to Joe and Wolf, which are like, respect, don't really care. And then I lost in top 16. So I really can't be too angry with how I played and how the run went. And I think breaks are good.
So yeah. Message of this story and the Milwaukee Regional Championships is sometimes take a break and come back ready to put your balls on the table.
Exactly, dude. The game is going nowhere, and sometimes you just need to grow the balls up, get ready to play again, and slam them on the table and win a regional, like Andrew did with this bear.
Thank you so much for watching. This was fun to analyze. I'm down to watch more of these sets just because there's so much to learn, and we want to do well at NAIC, and we want the Battle Room mates to do well at NAIC.
Of course,
so
we want the Battle Room Nation to shine. All right, we'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Peace.